Welcome to this expert-led walkthrough of critical road signs. In this session, we'll cover 50 of the most important signs that every driver must recognize and understand. Whether you're preparing for a driving exam or refining your road knowledge, this video is designed to build your confidence and improve your safety behind the wheel. Accurate sign recognition is essential for quick, informed decisions on the road. If you're serious about becoming a smarter, safer driver, make sure to like, subscribe, and enable notifications. Let's get started. First, this is the No All-Terrain Vehicle sign, and it means off-road vehicles like ATVs and similar machines are strictly prohibited from entering or using this road. This restriction helps protect paved surfaces and other spaces where such vehicles could pose safety or environmental hazards. This is the No Pedestrians Crossing sign, and it means that pedestrians are not allowed to cross the road at this location, commonly installed along high-speed roads or areas with limited visibility where crossing would be unsafe for both drivers and pedestrians. This is the No Parking on Tracks sign, and it means vehicles must not stop or park on or too close to railway or tram tracks. Parking here could block rail traffic, increase the risk of collisions, and create dangerous situations for both drivers and rail operators. This is the Right Turn Only sign, and it means all traffic must make a right-hand turn at the upcoming junction. Drivers cannot continue straight or turn left. This is the Stop sign, and it means drivers must come to a complete stop at the marked line or before entering the intersection. After stopping, drivers must check all directions for cross traffic and pedestrians, proceeding only when the way is completely clear and safe. What kind of parking restriction does this sign communicate? A. No parking on tracks. What movement is required when following this sign? B. Right turn only. What type of vehicle is not allowed beyond this sign? A. No all-terrain vehicles. This is the School Crossing on School Zone sign, and it means drivers are approaching a designated crossing used by school children. Drivers must reduce speed, stay extra alert, and be ready to stop for crossing guards or children near the roadway, especially during school hours. This is the Triple Lane Shift Right sign, and it means that drivers will need to gradually move 3 lanes over to the right ahead. This type of lane shift is typically used during construction or major road realignment. This is the National Network Route sign, and it indicates that the road ahead is part of the national highway system. These routes are often important for long-distance travel, freight transportation, and connecting major cities and regions efficiently. This is the No Parking on Bridge sign, and it means stopping or parking is strictly prohibited on the bridge structure ahead. This helps ensure smooth traffic flow, prevents congestion on narrow bridges, and protects the structural safety of the bridge. This is the No Straight Through sign, and it means drivers are not allowed to continue straight ahead at the next junction. Vehicles must either turn left or right as indicated to keep the intersection clear and prevent traffic flow disruption. This is the No Bicycles sign, and it means that cyclists are not permitted to ride beyond this point. This restriction is typically used on highways, busy industrial zones, or areas where cycling would pose significant safety risks due to high vehicle speeds. This is the Tow Away Zone sign, and it means that vehicles parked illegally in this marked area are at risk of being towed at the owner's expense. Drivers should check local regulations and signage carefully. What restriction applies to stopping on this structure? C. No parking on bridge. What lane adjustment is described by this sign? A. Triple lane shift. Right. What type of enforcement or consequence is in effect here? B. Tow Away Zone. This is the divided highway crossing, T intersection sign, and it means that the road ahead ends in a T junction, where drivers must cross or merge with traffic moving in both directions on a divided highway. This is the keep left sign, and it reminds drivers to stay to the left side of a central island, obstruction, or median. This guidance helps ensure safe navigation through split roadways, roundabouts, or construction zones where the road layout changes. This is the no parking bus stop sign, and it means vehicles are not allowed to park or stop in this area. Keeping the space clear ensures that buses can safely pull in and drop off passengers without obstruction. This is the double lane shift, right sign, and it means drivers will need to move 2 lanes to the right ahead. These shifts are often used during roadworks or lane realignments, and drivers must pay close attention to road markings and traffic around them while merging smoothly. This is the no U-turn sign, and it means drivers are not permitted to reverse their direction at the upcoming junction. This restriction helps maintain steady traffic flow and minimize the risk of collisions in areas where U-turns would be hazardous. This is the railroad crossing crossbuck sign, and it means that railway tracks cross the road ahead. Drivers must yield to any approaching trains, check both directions carefully, and only proceed once it is safe to do so. This is the straight through and left turn sign, and it means that at the upcoming junction, drivers are permitted to either continue straight or turn left. Right turns are not allowed, so drivers should position themselves in the appropriate lane well in advance. What lane adjustment is shown here? Double lane shift, right. What vehicle movement is restricted by this sign? C. No U-turn. What movement options are allowed according to this sign? A. Straight through and left turn. This is the hazardous material prohibited sign, and it means that vehicles carrying hazardous materials, such as flammable or toxic substances, are not permitted to enter this area. This restriction is often enforced in populated areas, tunnels, or bridges. This is the no entry sign, and it means vehicles are strictly prohibited from entering this road or lane from the direction they're facing, commonly placed at one-way exits, restricted zones, or roads closed to public traffic. This is the straight through and right turn sign, and it means that drivers approaching the junction may either continue straight or make a right-hand turn. Left turns are not permitted, so drivers should adjust their position in advance to follow the allowed movements. This is the traffic signal photo enforced sign, and it means the intersection ahead is monitored by automated cameras. Drivers who run red lights or commit other violations may be photographed and fined. This is the no skaters sign, and it means that skateboarders, inline skaters, or similar users are not allowed to use the road or path beyond this point. This restriction helps prevent accidents in areas where skaters may interfere with vehicles or other road users. This is the school speed limit ahead sign, and it means a lower speed limit applies when approaching a school zone. Drivers must reduce their speed, watch for children crossing or walking near the road. What kind of monitoring is indicated by this sign? B. Traffic signal photo enforced. What type of material is prohibited according to this sign? A. Hazardous material prohibited. What regulation is related to school zones on this sign? B. School speed limit ahead. This is the one-way, right sign, and it means that all traffic must proceed in a one-way direction toward the right. Drivers entering from the opposite direction are not allowed, ensuring the road flows safely in a single direction. This is the "Do Not Drive on Tracks" sign, and it means drivers must avoid steering their vehicles onto tram or streetcar tracks. This prevents blocking or interfering with public transit vehicles that rely on dedicated track space to operate safely. This is the one-way, with arrow, left sign, and it means that all traffic must follow the direction of the arrow to the left. Vehicles may not turn right or continue straight, ensuring consistent one-way movement in congested or narrow street layouts. This is the "No Snowmobile" sign, and it means that snowmobiles are prohibited from entering or crossing the area beyond this sign, typically placed on roads or trails where snowmobile use is unsafe or conflicts with other types of traffic. This is the "Curve" right sign, and it means a right-hand curve lies ahead. Drivers must reduce speed, stay attentive, and follow the bend smoothly, especially in poor weather or low visibility conditions where curves can be more dangerous. This is the "Straight-through only" sign, and it means that drivers at the upcoming junction must continue going straight. Turning left or right is not allowed, helping maintain predictable traffic movement and reducing the risk of sudden or unsafe lane changes. This is the "Yield" sign, and it means drivers must slow down and give the right-of-way to cross traffic. If another vehicle is approaching from the side or already in the intersection, you must wait until it's safe before proceeding. This is the "Curve" left sign, and it means the road ahead curves to the left. Drivers should reduce speed, hold the steering wheel firmly, and navigate through the bend with caution to maintain vehicle control, especially in low visibility or slippery conditions. This is the "No Parking" bike lane sign, and it means parking is strictly prohibited in the designated bicycle lane. Drivers must keep the lane clear to protect cyclists and avoid causing obstructions that force them into regular traffic lanes. What driving behavior is restricted on this surface? A. Do not drive on tracks. What directional restriction does this sign give? B. Straight-through only. What parking rule applies near this bike lane? No parking, bike lane. This is the "Keep Right" sign, and it means vehicles must stay to the right of an upcoming island, divider, or barrier, common in road construction zones or at median splits to safely guide drivers around obstacles and maintain proper lane alignment. This is the "Keep Left of Obstacles" sign, and it means drivers must steer to the left to safely pass around a central obstruction, such as a construction barrier or traffic island. Drivers should reduce speed and follow the arrows or road markings carefully. This is the "Storage Space" symbol, and it indicates an area reserved for the parking or storage of vehicles, goods, or equipment. These spaces are typically found in parking lots, warehouses, or loading areas. This is the "Winding Road" right sign, and it warns that several consecutive curves starting to the right are ahead. Drivers should reduce speed, stay focused, and avoid overtaking until they've safely passed through the winding section. This is the "Chevron" right sign, and it means a sharp right-hand curve or turn is coming up. Chevron arrows are placed along the bend to visually guide drivers through the curve, especially helpful in poor visibility or at night. This is the "No Hitchhiking" sign, and it means pedestrians are not allowed to solicit rides from passing vehicles in this area, commonly used on highways or high-speed roads to prevent unsafe stopping or pedestrian movement near fast-moving traffic. This is the "No U-turn" or "Left turn" sign, and it means that both U-turns and left turns are strictly prohibited at the upcoming junction. Drivers must continue straight or make a right turn where permitted to help reduce congestion. This is the "No Parking on Pavement" sign, and it means vehicles are not allowed to park on sidewalks, pedestrian walkways, or paved areas reserved for foot traffic. This keeps pathways clear and safe for pedestrians. This is the "Weight Limit" sign, and it means that vehicles exceeding the specified weight, whether based on total weight or axle load, are prohibited from traveling on this section of road, commonly used on bridges, rural roads, or older infrastructure that may not support heavy vehicles. What type of curve navigation is aided by this marker? C. Chevron, right. What facility or service is identified by this symbol? Storage space symbol. What instruction is given to navigate around obstacles? C. Keep left of obstacles. This is the single lane shift, left sign, and it means that all traffic lanes are about to shift gradually to the left. Drivers must follow lane markings, merge smoothly, and stay alert for other vehicles adjusting their position as the road alignment changes. This is the one-way, with arrow right sign, and it means all traffic must proceed in the direction indicated by the arrow, which in this case is to the right. No opposing traffic is allowed, helping maintain smooth, one-directional vehicle flow. This is the keep right of obstacles sign, and it means drivers must navigate to the right side of an upcoming obstruction, such as a median or construction barrier. This helps direct vehicles safely through temporary or permanent road features. This is the reverse turn, left sign, and it means the road ahead takes a sharp left turn, followed immediately by a sharp right turn. Drivers must slow down, steer carefully, and remain in full control through this challenging sequence of bends. This is the reverse turn, right sign, and it means the road ahead takes a sharp right turn, followed immediately by a sharp left turn. Drivers should approach this series of curves at a reduced speed. This is the school bus stop ahead sign, and it means that drivers are approaching a designated area where school buses frequently stop to pick up or drop off students. Drivers must be ready to stop when the bus activates its flashing lights and wait until it is safe to continue. This is the dead end sign, and it means that the road ahead does not provide a through route. Drivers reaching the end will need to turn around and retrace their path, as there are no exits or connecting roads beyond the indicated point. That brings us to the end of this expert-led walkthrough on 50 essential road signs. We hope it's helped you strengthen your knowledge and feel more confident behind the wheel. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more professional driving content. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay informed, and drive with confidence.